if you catch a motherfucking gypsy, you catch a fucking Nigerian prince, Craigslist scam artist, you catch a Chinese massage parlor, you line them all up. Hey, why are you doing it? They're all gonna be like, oh, my family poor, man. I need to scam some money.
Since we're in a nice racial mood, let's figure this out.
Okay. Yeah, who's the most superior Asian?
We already know the answers to that.
Who's the most bitter Asian because they weren't superior for a long time?
Because they lost their grip on the earth.
Yeah, they were really good at one point.
What ethnicity do you guys feel like are the worst scammers?
Oh, Chinese
scammers.
Is it Chinese? Is it Nigerians? Is it Indians? Is it gypsies historically? Is it
You mean the worst? Like as in habitual, or like they just suck at scamming? Like they try to scam but they
I think it's your perspective.
The worst scammers?
They could be the worst, like that, where it's like incessant, where it's like they just won't quit, or the worst, like where some people could say white Americans are in the way that they've like taken the land of like most of the world in the most like egregious, like.
I think what Ryan is trying to say is like, which race do you see and you're like,
I think everyone's a scammer, but one plays the long game and one plays the short game.
But which one's the worst to you?
The worst ones? Gypsies.
I wasn't expecting you to say gypsies.
Because I didn't even know what they were until I went to Europe, and then like I just saw it and I'm like, oh, you guys are like Aladdin, like you're an Agrabah stealing an apple. And so like they're like doing the cup game, you know, they you with the cup game, and then like, or they all like surround you and then they pickpocket, you know.
So they're like a historical ethnicity, right? That was like displaced. They're like the Roma or something, Romi?
I think that's the right way to say it.
Romani.
That's the right way to say it.
And they don't like being called gypsies, right?
I guess not, but I'm from LA, dude. I ain't fucking European. I don't give a fuck.
I'm from LA.
I know mine.
Really, you know what's crazy though? They came all the way to Hawaii.
I think they're everywhere now, right?
I was shocked that they were pulling scams in Hawaii. Like one of their scams is like they'll pull over at the side of the road. They'll be like waving you down, and then you think they need help, and they'll be like, I'm actually a prince of Persia, and I got these gold chains. I just need to like get some gas money. So like, you give me some gas money, I'll give you this gold chain, and I can go fill up.
That's an old one too, man. Yeah.
We almost got by that. We were in, I think, Playa del Carmen, and we were at this hotel, and it was like this black dude. He looked like a pastor, and that was his whole thing. He's like, I'm a pastor. You know, like my family, they are stuck at the airport. I can't. It was like some phony story, and pretty much the whole racket was, I don't have any money. I can give you this watch in exchange for some cash. Like, let me know like what we can do. And I was like, nah, sorry, man, can't help you. He's like, no, but like I'm a pastor though. Like he kept saying that, like I'm a pastor, and I was like, sorry, dude. And then we just left. And at the time, I didn't know. I was like,
for what religion though?
Yeah, no. At the time, I didn't know what the racket was. And I was like, yeah, that was fucking weird. And then later, my homie told me like, oh, they try to give you the watch. It's a fake watch, and then they take your cash and they fucking dip out. And I was like,
but was it like a good deal on the fake watch?
Nah, he just wanted some money, and my dumbass wouldn't even know what kind of watch he had anyway.
Why don't you give him $2 for it?
Damn, I didn't even think about
He just pulls up his sleeve and he's just got watches like.
I could have got a sweet sweet fake Rolex.
Do you know why I guess like why is like scamming embedded into their culture, if it is at all?
I don't know, man. You're getting into racial territory there.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I don't think it's a part of their culture.
Is it not?
I think that's the stereotype.
Can I tell you who I think mine is?
I don't know. I know. I think,
let's stay in dangerous waters.
I think every race has a con, though. I think like.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Okay. So that's just their con.
Yeah, I think that everyone has like a thing that they do, kind of like how Vietnamese people do nails, right? That's their industry. Yeah. That's not their con. But I'm saying like, so like it's like you don't really see, I don't know, Japanese people doing a cup game, you know, and then pick a cup game, you know. So their con would probably be like a hot girl's like, hey, or like you go to a bar and then the hot girl comes out and then she'll be like, buy me a drink and shit, and then they get them drunk, and then when they get the bill, it's like $5,000.
Yeah,
that's their con.
That's pretty good.
So like, it's like depending. Every race has a con that they do, but they won't you don't typically see them
But is there
doing
anything,
other shit.
Is there anything that you know about gypsies besides the con part?
Weren't they also? Again, just asking ignorantly. Were they not like prosecuted and discriminated against? That's why they were always like mobile nomads that always had to kind of like move around, hidden from different places.
That's what I thought originally, like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, which I could see how like a lifestyle like that leads to needing to like figure out different ways to provide for your encampment.
Yeah.
You know, in a kind of veiled, manner.
Oh, okay.
Like the movie Snatch.
Oh, I get what you're saying. It's like some cultures lead to like a certain racket. Like not all Italian are mobsters, but that culture will lead to whatever, like the underground culture of that culture. So like so they have a system of like the mob, the omerta. They have to fucking do their like vows and shit.
Yeah,
but it's also like by happenstance, right? Because of the time frame, the circumstance, prohibition, the things that like need to happen, the depression, things that you need to do for the time. It's like the Chinese people being associated with opium when coming over here because like they had access to it and transportation. Therefore, like they were the market. It's not like that's like the basis, like Joe was saying. It's maybe their con or their racket because of like whatever circumstance brought
So
them
is it
into
just that like I guess like Romani people just haven't shaken the stereotype?
I don't know enough. I think it's funny to me because it's so foreign. So I don't know enough.
What are
Like,
gypsies
yeah.
doing again? Can you like just go like what are gypsies doing that make them your answer? Like what types of cons?
I think
are they
it's
pulling?
funny because it's a stereotype that everyone says that they're fucking pickpocketing all day.
Because they might not even be gypsies. We just see footage and stuff of people like that look like they could be gypsies, like doing these street scams, and then they go, gypsies, gypsies.
also
you know, but
popularized
it
in
might not
like
be.
modern
Yeah.
pop culture, in movies and
Hunchback of Notre Dame as my favorite
Yeah.
gypsy. I love Esmeralda. She's the best.
And then I follow this like Italian lady.
Isn't she?
yeah, she's a fine ass gypsy. though.
That's the gypsy like archetype, like look.
Literally, yeah, it's the stereotype. But
There's this Italian lady that goes around and she'll announce, "Attention! He's a pickpocket! Pickpocket, everybody!" And then I think it's so funny whenever she catches them and they're just like their heads are down like that.
Yeah.
And to me, they kind of look Mexican. I can't tell the difference. Like gypsy people, like like I said, like I'm from LA. I don't know any of this shit. Like I almost got conned by a couple of girls that try to sell a fucked up car to me. And then they try to pretend that they were Hawaii locals. Yeah. And I was
They're like, "What's up, cuz?
yeah,
What's
she was
up,
like,
brother?"
Yeah, like it was weird. And I was like, "Oh, you guys grew up here?" They're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Where?" Locals place. Yeah, locals.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
It was fucked up.
So out of like let's just go by personal stats then. Out of the times you've been scammed or cheated out of stuff, what was the race or ethnicity?
I don't know what race owns insurance
Tribe?
companies.
White?
White, I guess.
Then white people, yeah. Fuck white people.
What were you gonna say that was extremely racist right now?
Well, I'm a proud racist, and so
That's tight. That's cool.
I think the worst scammers in the fucking Milky Way galaxy are Koreans. Because they don't even know they're scamming. That's the problem.
Milky Way galaxy.
So like you got gypsies, right? If you catch a motherfucking gypsy, you catch a fucking Nigerian prince, Craigslist scam artist, you catch the guy at fucking Tijuana trying to get you to pet his drunk tiger, you catch a fucking Chinese fucking massage parlor, you line them all up. Hey, why are you doing it? They're all gonna be like, oh, my family poor, man. I need to scam some money, Everyone's like that.
They know they're
scamming.
All of them sound like that.
But you grab a fucking Korean graphic designer, and then he's like, dude, I want perpetual rights to whatever the fuck I made you, and you're like, what the fuck? You're freelancer for this project, and what, you want ownership of the company? Or like the fucking Korean pastor that fucking takes half of the congregation and leaves. These Korean scam
Why is
artists,
there every Korean pastor?
they don't even know they're scamming. They think they're righteous and good-hearted.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So it's like the fucking TikTok cult guy. I bet you if you catch that dance dude, He's probably like, dude, I've been giving dancers careers my whole. I'm like, dude, you're the ultimate scammer, dude. You don't even know you're scamming.
For real. That's a good point.
Because if you know you're scamming, you're like, oh, this is a fucking means to it, and I fucked up. You know you're fucking Aladdin, right? I'm a street rat because I need to feed a boo.
That's what I say. Every race has their con, but one plays the long game and one plays the short game.
But Koreans are Jafar.
Damn, that's pretty funny.
That's so
Good
funny.
analogy.
That was very masterful, honestly.
Why would you say that?
That
Hey,
was
Nick,
a-
why would you say that, Nick?
That was a master.
It was very well written.
Honestly, holy shit, that might have been some of your best
Milky
work.
Way Galaxy.
Do I get the racist Oscar?
Yeah, you
It
do.
was really good.
We let him cook for a while, and it was good that we let him because he
we
came
did.
out with some fire.
Kind of like spoken from a lot of experience too.
The graphic designer.
You get exclusive rights. What the fuck?
And he's in the right.
Where they want 50% of the company, and you're like,
He's like, well, I did make the
This
design.
guy's thinking about everybody's cons. It's like, oh, dude, the Chinese masseuse. It's like, yeah, I get that. Oh, yeah, the gypsy this and the cars and blah.
damn,
Oh, I
yeah,
get that.
that's true.
Korean graphic design.
dude, you'll
loves this shit.
literally find two Korean guys that started a business and they split. And you ask both of them, and they're like, man, that other guy scammed me. Eugene scammed me, and fucking Richard scammed me, and they both will say the other person scammed each other. I'm like, because both of you guys are fucking scammers, you even know.
Holy shit, you just uncovered. Oh, but what if some like Korean folks are watching this? They're like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
I'm getting scammed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm getting scammed right now.
Nice gum.
You ever heard of make like a Korean church and split?
What? No, that's funny.
Is that a common stereotype?
The funny stereotype?
That's really good, dude. I've never heard that.
This funny stereotype is they always run into drama because somebody stole some shit
Yeah.
or whatever, and then they take the money and run. There's always a Korean pastor that take the money and run.
The funniest thing to me was like, because I've always heard of Korean church drama, but I always thought it was so weird that like even that Korean church scam is based on a business model that was not invented by Koreans.
I know.
Like that had nothing to do with Korea. Like the whole Christian business model scam was not even made for Koreans.
No, but then
But they
really
perfected
good.
it.
Yeah.
They're really good at replicating products like Samsung. So they're replicating a Protestant product of scamming churches.
It's like Christian scam churches look at how Koreans are doing it and they're like, damn, we got to implement some of those ideas.
I can say from going to church my whole life, all the churches are continuously learning from each other and how to
scam.
each other. And it's going fast too. Like every time I go to church, I'm like, damn, now every single church is live streaming every sermon.
Wow.
Like,
Oh, dude, they kill it.
they're like trying to keep up in every possible way. Yeah. That's true. And they're all competing hardcore. And all the pastors, like all the mega churches, all the pastors go and preach at each other's churches. So they're all like,
So they're collabing and shit?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, I go to a church here called Zoe, and the pastor here, I've gone back to my church in Missouri, and he's preached 2 times when I visited back in Missouri. So I've literally seen him twice in Missouri. And then he always like sells his books and all that stuff. He has lots of products he sells. So
You know, I was pretty curious, like, so like the type of scams and cons and thefts that they pull in Europe, it doesn't really happen here in the States. Like pickpockets or like, you know, like there was like a lot of tourist scams where like they kind of sucker you into try to pay more or whatever. And I looked it up, and apparently the reason why it doesn't happen in America is because the population is violent. So Americans will fuck you up. So like, like if you get like if someone pickpocketed or whatever, like in the past, they would just get beat by the mob. So like they would try to like pull a whatever, and then they'll catch the guy, and everyone would just fuck him up, right?
that wouldn't happen over there.
It's not the same in Europe.
Well, plus there is like a stereotype that like hella Americans just have guns, so you just don't know who you're gonna like run into.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like when we were frontier style like justice, Americans will just kill you. So then the type of crime,
Or like a cowboy or something.
yeah, it's always been like holdups or like when you go into a train, everyone's like, you know, gun in your face, they take your stuff and then they leave.
I actually prefer that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, straight to my face, cool, boom. It's not like you fucking buy a PS5 and you open it and it's a fucking Tamagotchi or some shit.
Happened to me. Happened to me.
Tamagotchis.
Is that the Xbox story?
Yeah, I got a PlayStation. Same thing happened to me.
You did?
Yeah.
What was in it?
It just didn't work. Like an idiot. like a real idiot.
You bought it
a
off
Mexican
the
dude.
offer up or something?
Yeah, it was a
Guy
Mexican
sold it
dude.
to you?
He got me, dude. He got me so good.
You didn't plug it in right then and there to see if it works?
You know what's funny is like so after that I got burned by this dude, and then I bought another PS2 from like some Indian kid, and he was like 17.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, man. I was telling him what happened, and he's like, you didn't plug it in? I was like, you gotta plug it. You gotta test it before.
He's all like, you stupid.
And I was like, give me the fucking PlayStation, dude. I'm out of here. And I left.
He still didn't plug it in.
Fuck, dude. I was like, I don't even watch PlayStation anymore. And I left. I bought it from the kid though.
I think if you had to
Full
like,
price.
let's say that you have to cut out every type of scam that comes in from like international calls or like social media. Like, let's say none of those count. The only scams that count are like
In your face.
in your face. Yeah. Who are those people?
White people in it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like
Honestly,
the U.S.
it's-
government?
Taxes.
Yeah. Like shit like that. That's like the biggest
My boy
scam.
Gavin Newsom.
Or just like
I guess if you look at it that way, yeah.
Gavin Newsom's a scam, dude.
Or like, hey, win this car at the mall if you enter.
Raffles are pretty bullshit too. Yeah.
That's true. Then yeah, it's
And then it's like,
your
now you got
entire
a fucking
structure around you.
timeshare
Yeah.
for like 3 years.
For me,
I don't
it's-
think it's even illegal to do raffles like on Twitch and stuff because like
Yeah, there's a lot of legality with around raffles and
the
giveaways.
raffles are really strict.
for me, it's Chinese.
Really, still Chinese, huh?
Yeah. Because when I was, but it happened traveling in China.
What
What are
happened?
you talking about here though?
Oh, in America.
Well, just your
Joe
everyday
wants to
life.
talk about
If
Chinese
that's in
people,
your
let him
everyday
cook.
life, that counts. Yeah.
Go,
Because Anthony hates Chinese people so much, I just had to back him up.
Say you're down for the CCP. Go ahead.
Say it.
No, man.
Nah, man.
I'll talk Joe.
CCP, you know me.
I'll talk shit, boy.
You're a big red note lover.
Xiao Hong Shu.
Chow hung shoo.
Proud and loud.
What about just like what about in Hawaii?
Yeah, it was gypsies that tried to.
Wait, but did you know for sure they were Romani people?
Bro, they weren't Mexican,
Uh huh.
and they were for sure not Middle Eastern.
They're like a mix.
And they look like, attention, pickpocket! Everybody pickpocket! They look like them. So I was like, bro, they fucking made it to Hawaii? What the fuck? And then we started seeing on the news, like the scams that were being pulled, and everybody in the comments were like, oh, gypsy, 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 gypsy. And I'm like, what the fuck is this gypsy thing? And I started reading shit up and asking questions, and I was like, oh shit. That blows my mind that they went all the way from Europe all the way to Hawaii to pull their shit.
Yeah.
Because I think
I know a scam.
I think of like Ponzi schemes and stuff like that, you know,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
and things that like we've probably all somehow partaken in. But like the guy at the top, maybe we were brought in by one of our Asian bigger brother figures
Yeah.
when we were in high school or some shit, right?
You sold Cutco knives?
No, I didn't.
Coco 2x2.
Yeah, 2x2.net.
2x2!
Even the makeup
pretty
and,
bad.
and all that stuff. But it's like the guy at the top was always these white dudes, you know?
Oh,
It's like,
really? The guy at the top of the Asian pyramid was a white guy?
dude, like at the top.
Oh, damn, that's kind of sad.
See, they're playing the long
June
game.
Tao, man.
Juntao.
Damn it. What's the scam that you were like,
Homeless people.
How are they scamming you?
Because they make you feel sorry for them.
They make you feel.
But once you start to get to know them, you're like, man, your life's better than mine. So there's a homeless dude that's right next to Gio's mom's house, right? You see him, and you're like, man, maybe I should give him a sandwich or whatever.
yeah.
But he got his whole day planned out. He got shit. He's moving fucking TVs, VCRs, blenders inside and outside of this abandoned warehouse. You see him moving around. He'll come out, have a conversation with you. And then the other day, he offered us his dog. He has a dog, and he was like, hey, you guys want to take my dog? And then we're like, what? Why? He goes, because he prevents me from getting bitches. Because I guess he gets the homeless bitches.
Is that like a setup and a joke punchline?
No, he brings the
He's like,
bitches.
huh?
So the problem is when he brings the bitches over, I guess the dog is cock blocked, so he barks and stuff and like ruins the mood. And I'm like, I didn't even know this homeless dude be fucking like that.
That's crazy.
But apparently he brings chicks over.
So he's like a clean guy?
He's dirty as fuck.
And that has no element of prevention in.
Imagine you buy a quart of motor oil and you stab 20 holes and you just squeeze it. That's what it looks like. That's what this fool looks like. And then he just goes like this.
They're probably dirty too.
And then I'm like, this fool gets so much pussy, and there's dudes online that complain they can't get laid. I'm like, this is crazy.
It's more of like their problem.
He gets so much pussy, he wants to give his
People who
dog
can't
away.
get laid just need to lower their standards too, though.
Yeah, but still, you know, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I didn't know this like I was getting it on like that.
Motor.
And you're,
He probably gets more action than us, dude.
you're the sucker giving him.
I just picture that full fucking motor oil.
Time to start my day.
And he's kicking girls out of his tent because his sandwich man is coming.
Can you imagine they're about to kiss and the dog goes, "Ruff, ruff." Shut up!
So from the outside, you feel sad, right? But then once you get to know them, you're like, oh, this fool got an actual life. He has an actual life. He has his own problems, and his life's better than mine.
You didn't think he had his own problems?
Huh?
You didn't think he had his own problems?
Well, I thought his problems were like boo-hoo problems. But his problems is he has too much pussy.
And the dog cock blocks him.
So therefore, that guy's a scammer.
Yeah, this fool gets more pussy than I do.
Yeah, fuck that guy, dude. Gets more pussy than this whole table, probably.
Cool.
You just need a motor oil yourself.
Dogs do be cock blocking.
And I see him every day.
Have you ever caught him with a lady?
I've never caught him with a lady.
How do you know he's not all talk?
He sees ladies.
That's true. That's fucking true.
Hallucinating all these experiences.
Think about that.
What if he sees ghosts and then the dogs are barking at the ghost?
Scamming you into taking his dog.
Literally, that's probably it. He can't afford the food.
There's
He
the
has
wrong
2 dogs.
con.
This one has fucking 2 dogs.
One of them's chill.